So we'll just welcome you guys. I'll continue on that. Welcome to this Wednesday team call. This is recorded so you can share it with your teams that can't be online, because I know many of you guys are working and building this business part-time. So as I was saying, we were listening to some Napoleon Hill as this call got started today. And specifically the book Think and Grow Rich. The full audio book is on YouTube. So go ahead and write that down so you can listen to it. I listened to that book 60 times in my first year as a Beachbody coach. In 2011, it's like 10 hours and 52 minutes, I think, something like that. And I downloaded it to my little MP3 player phone because I didn't have a smartphone. And I listened to it on my 12-hour shift. Like, I could listen to the whole thing in one day. So I'm listening to that currently again. As we were getting ready to do this call, Napoleon Hill was talking about gatekeeper, strategically putting yourself in position to be seen. And I was recommending giving commendation to Chris Pandolfo for doing that. Like, yes, he's lost 165 pounds in the last 18 months, but he didn't just sit there quietly and do that. Like, he comes to me in private message and says, Scotty, we need to get this message out there. Who do I need to talk to? Who do we need to share this story with? And so he's been looking for those gatekeepers along the way. And one thing I want you guys to know, today we're talking about a goal and vision board, a little bit behind the mindset of that, and then some tools that I use to build my goal and vision board. One thing that is on there is at 6 coach summits, I either spoke on the main stage or gave a workshop in front of, anywhere between 6,000 and 8,000 people. And I loved doing that. And last year I didn't do that. So I put it on which was kind of nice because I got to sit and watch with my wife instead of be at rehearsals and behind the stage. But I want to do it again because that's what lights my fire as a coach, is teaching in that platform. So it's on my goal and vision board. You'll see it today as I show you to speak at Coach Summit. So guys, I don't just put that on my goal and vision board and then just like wish it happens and cross my fingers. I'm going to be I'll be making sure that I'm telling stories and teaching as much as possible on YouTube and sharing it with other coaches, and so that we can find a message that would be appropriate for the times to be on Summit. So that's one thing that I'm doing behind setting the goal. But I actually wrote the person, Sandy Biodani, that plans the national wake-up calls, that plans the summit speakers, that plans the leadership event speakers. And I said, Sandy, I did a voice tag. Sandy, I want you to know on my goal and vision board this year is to speak at Coach Summit in some capacity. I don't know exactly what that might be, but I feel we have great transformations, as you know, with Chris Pandolfo and his transformation. I feel that I've learned a lot in learning how to simplify and have more fun in this business and how that's creating results. I don't know yet what the possibility is or what we could talk about, but I want you to put the intention out there that that's what I want to do. So keep that in mind. I just told her that. So I'm going to the gatekeeper as Napoleon Hill is teaching. So what I want you guys to understand is when you're listening to personal development books and reading personal development books for your vital behavior, which is number 4, as you guys can see right here, do personal development. It's not just listen to it. It's listen and take action on what you're learning. So he said that Napoleon Hill said that, go to the gatekeeper. And so that's why yesterday I sent that voice text to her. I was applying what I learned in my personal development. So just with that being said, before we go into the vision board concept too much, I want to give some recognition and some shout out. And right now, if you're on this call live, I want you to comment. If you have someone you want to shout out and recognize, or you want me to shout out and recognize at some point during this call, please put it in the chat thread and I will check it and I will give them some recognition. So I don't want you to think like, oh, Scotty's just recognizing his people. Comment in the chat thread if you have someone you want shouted out. Maybe they're not even on live, but they'll listen to this recording. Comment it and I'll give them a shout out. But first of all, I want to give a shout out to Lindsay Livingston. I have a phone call with her right after this call. She's been a coach with me for 4 years. I actually inherited her from her coach that quit coaching. And last month, she got serious. She has an accountability partner, and they're like, okay, we're done messing around and dabbling with Beachbody. We're going to crush this business. and we're not going to let this fear of building a team keep us back. We're going to build a team. So she got intentional about that, set that goal. And she messaged me just like 2 days ago, and she's like, Scotty, I'm so excited. I'm at Success Club 4 this month already, and I recruited 6 coaches to my team in the last month. So I want to give a shout out to Lindsay for recruiting 6 coaches to her team in the last month. I believe that's more coaches than she recruited in her 4 years of coaching. So what I want you guys to know is you can decide right now what you want to do, get intentional about it, take action, and start making it happen for you. So shout out to Lindsay Livingston for doing that. Also a shout out to Yolanda. I just wrote a post, Yolanda, about you. One thing I didn't add in the post, but I just want to share is that Yolanda led a team call completely for you guys when I was out of service and gone. So that is her kind of coming to the gatekeeper and saying, how can I serve and help? She always does that in private messages. She's like, I'm scared to do a lot of these things, but put me in, coach, is what she tells me. So she asks for that opportunity. It's not like I was just like, okay, who could do this? She is asking for that opportunity. So not only that, as you guys know, she went diamond in 30 days, earned $750 in her first month, hit Success Club in her first month, second month, and just hit it in her third month. So she is officially a Success Starter month 3, which means she earned her ticket to Coach Summit, which is super awesome. So congrats, Yolanda, for earning that, for what you've done in the first 3 months of your business. We know as a team you're going to be a Success Club All-Star come 9 more months from now. So we're proud of you for doing that. And one thing that I want you guys to know is ranks go up and down. Her rank went down, dropped 1 week, and it's not a failure. It's just part of the business. She is working hard and continuing to build her business. So shout out Yolanda for always showing up. I want to give a shout out to Tiggy. I see her on here. She's on the top of mine. She's a newer coach. Tiggy sold her first completion challenge pack to her mom, who is in our Dynasty Strong virtual gym. And I just remember the message I got from her on how much that commission, she was just overwhelmed with gratitude on that one commission from her first sell, on how much that meant to her being off of work with what she's been through recent brain surgeries. So she's recovering from that and not working. So that commission meant so much to her. So I want you guys to understand that you don't have to build a 6-figure business, or your coaches don't have to do that to be successful. You find it in the small things. And because she did that, Carl had a promotion. Anybody that earned their first Success Club point, he was going to pick so many of them and give them $100 and a signed note. She got one of those in the mail yesterday as a surprise. So she got $100 from Carl yesterday as well. Once again, I got a message from her how overwhelmed with happiness she was for that and gratitude. So I'm grateful for this company. And for what we can do and for how well they treat us. Now let's move on to Super Weekend. This weekend is Super Saturday. It used to be called Super Saturday. Now it's called Super Weekend because sometimes it's on Friday, sometimes Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. We're going to one in Salt Lake City. We usually do one in our hometown, but we're going to Salt Lake City because Sean T is coming. I see Ashlyn on here. Ashlyn's grabbing a ride with Gabby and I. We're going to leave Friday at noon, hit the event that starts at doors open at 5:30, ends at 9:30. We're going to drive home that night, get home at 12:30 at midnight. So we're going to make a 3-hour drive to make that happen and carpool. I want you guys to do whatever it takes to get to your local Super Weekend event this week. Just go to the Coach FAQ, type in Super Saturday, January 2019. There's going to be an interactive link to an interactive map that shows all the events near you with registration and details to go. So go to your event. Also at the event, they're going to show the new updated Success Club system tracker. It's complete. We have kind of a modified one we've been using, but it's the accountability tracker plus training is going to be available this weekend on that, as well as you're going to hear some awesome success stories and a surprise from this team, but I'm not going to say it because I'm sworn to secrecy. So don't look and see if anybody on the team is smiling a lot lately. But we have a success story at Super Saturday, which is going to be super awesome from our team. And so just go. It's going to be amazing. Your friends that are watching your social media are going to see oh, this isn't some weird thing. This is real people supporting each other in an amazing community and tribe. So make sure you get there. If you have questions, comment in the chat during the call. Unmute yourself and pause me and say, Scotty, wait, I don't understand. what does that mean? They're always welcome to do that. So the last thing that I want to remind you guys about is the official day one of Transform 20 is on Monday. So if you're not on board with that yet, you should get on board with it. I'll be honest, I don't love Shaun T workouts at all. I did the preview and it sucked really bad because I like lifting weights at a slower pace than what he was doing. But I made a commitment that I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to lift weights on top of it. I'm just going to do like Body Beast workouts on top of Transform 20 because I love to lift weights. But I'm going to challenge myself to show that I can do hard things and show how strong we are, right? Because that's our team, is we're Dynasty Strong. So let's do that. We have also at Super Weekend, they're going to announce the next Success Club trip. They're going to announce where we're going, how to register, and all of that. So make the commitment to really read and dig into what that involves, how to earn it, how to get qualified for that. Because you're going to see a lot of our team go on a cruise in March. And I just remember, I'm like pausing right here because I remember how mad I was. I was mad, like furiously mad, when I saw a bunch of coaches that I was following on Lindsay's team and other teams on a cruise. When I was sitting in my cubicle and I was like, what the heck? This is, I think I said another word, but I was like, this sucks. Like, I'm one of the hardest working people I know. And those guys are on a free trip with my hero, Tony Horton, on a cruise ship, and I'm sitting here in this cubicle. And I was like, that's it. Like, I'm earning that thing. Like, I don't care, whatever it takes. And I called Lindsay. I said, what do I have to do? And she said, hit Success Club every month. Because the qualifications that year was hit Success Club 9 months out of the year. Guys, this was in April. I signed up in April, and this was like 2 weeks into my journey. And I was like, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, shoot. I got to do it every month this year. And it just got me into action, got me into building my business. And I just said, hey, I'm going on that cruise. We're going to make that happen. So when you hear about that, make the decision. It's literally a decision. Like Lindsay being top recruiter last month with adding 6 coaches to her team wasn't some magic thing. It was just like, okay, I'm not going to be scared of building a team anymore. I'm going to build a team. And she got intentional about that and put in the work of inviting people, and she did that. So and then you figure out the rest as you go. So let's announcements. Summit, you got to get to Summit. I think I say that on every team call. In July, we're going to Indianapolis. Yolanda earned her free ticket. We want you at Coach Summit with us this year. It's like Indianapolis has been our favorite place to go. Like last year was Indianapolis. It was the easiest to get around. If you're scared, you don't like traveling alone, any of that stuff, please just let us know. And we'll help you team up, find roommates that you can be compatible with, split cost. We'll make you feel comfortable at Summit. So with that being said, let's get into building a vision board, why it's important. I also want you guys to know something. Team Beachbody Corporate today called, I get to see on my Facebook wall all day long live videos and calls of corporate calling teams, letting them know they're elite. We did not get the call this year. And I take full ownership and responsibility in that for falling short in one of the categories. So we can talk a little bit about that later, but I take ownership of that. But I just want you guys to know that I see you guys as an elite team. We are an elite team, and we will be an elite team this year. And I'm not going to use that, because when you see something in life, you can do 2 things with it. You can either let it disempower you or empower you. Disempowering would be like, oh man, all of them did it and we didn't. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with us? Why did we not get that? Why did they get that? Or we can do more empowering thoughts like, okay, these are the top 10 coaches this year. These are the elite coaches this year. What are they doing to earn points in the category that we missed so that this year we can ensure that we're there? Or what can we do this year so that we can build a strong team where we don't even have to look at elite points? They just are coming in because we're living our purpose and passion as coaches. See how there's 2 different ways to either empowering or disempowering? And that's going to have to do a lot with what we're going to talk about with your vision board as well. So I want you guys to know, that could be a failure. If you're looking at like getting rejected by someone, or not hitting a rank or not hitting a benchmark, you can look at it as failure, or, okay, we didn't hit it. What do we need to learn and how can we grow so that next year we can hit that? So as you set your goals and visions this year, I want you to dream bigger than you think is possible for you. And I'll tell you why. Because if you only set goals that are capable of right now, you don't have to grow in order to achieve them. So you want to achieve goals that seem like it's not something that Ashlyn can do or that Justin can do. It's a goal that Justin has to grow into the person capable of achieving. Does that make sense? So when you set some goals like that, let's work on that. So I want to give a shout out from Allison to Devin for sticking with this journey for over 2 years. She became a coach at Hitting Emerald and she doesn't give up. So shout out to Devin from Allison. I also want to give a shout out to Kiera, Elise, for being an amazing coach and always supporting her on her journey. So Kiera is an amazing coach. She just advanced. She's been with me for 5 years. I also inherited her from a coach that quit, and she later advanced to Diamond and now to 1-star Diamond. And we're going to be snowboarding with her, Mike and Jen Greenberg next Tuesday through Saturday. So shout out to Kiera for always being there, being an amazing leader. So let's talk a little bit about goals and visions. And I'm going to read something to you guys that I've been doing. I'm going to teach you guys a couple of things that I'm doing every single day, and then we'll recap around why it's important in your goal and vision board. Because you can do the goal and vision board, put it up on the wall, put it on your banner or whatever, and do nothing with it, and nothing's going to happen. So some of the things that I'm doing is I'm reading every single day this self-confidence formula. These are some rituals, we'll call them, that I've put into place. Not just at the beginning of January, but a few months ago. If you've seen a huge shift in the momentum and the energy of the team, this is going to be the main reason why. So it's called the self-confidence formula. If you guys want it, I will drop it into the comments. But I'm going to read it to you guys. I read this to myself every single morning. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. 2, the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person that I intend to become, therefore creating in my mind a clear mental picture. I know through the theory of autosuggestion, this is all from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position that I desire. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim, and I will never stop trying until I develop sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. I realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. I will engage in no transaction that will not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces that I wish to use and the cooperation of them. And the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve them. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, for I know that a negative attitude towards others will never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day in full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions, so I will become a self-reliant and successful person. That's a pretty cool statement to read to yourself every single day, right? So that's one of the things I've been reading to myself, and I see Ashley's asking for it, so I have put it in my Google Drive. I'm going to grab it for you guys real quick. For those of you that are here live, I'll put it in the comments of the recording as well, so those that are listening to the recording can come grab that. As I'm grabbing that, I think I put it in my bit.ly links. Okay. Let me grab it for you. I'm not a very good, what do you call it? I'm not a very good multitasker. Okay, I have the link, and here it comes into the chat thread. Okay, so if you grab it from the chat thread so you don't forget right now, that's the Napoleon Hill confidence formula. It's in the chat thread so that you guys can save that. Okay, next thing I want to talk about, now that because you're going to set some goals and some visions for yourself, but I'm going to tell you guys one of the biggest secrets to success is if you set those goals but do not believe it's possible, you're not going to take the action and you're not going to attract the right people into your business to make that happen. I'm going to shout out Yolanda once again. I got into a little bit of a funk about 2 years ago that lasted about a little over a year, where every day, like I'm working, I'm hitting Success Club 10, I'm signing challengers, I'm helping people get results, as you guys can see with Chris Pandolfo and many others in the team with their fitness. But something happened where I was doubtful a little bit about the income opportunity with Beachbody, or that I could help other coaches be as successful as I was. And so that mindset, it's no surprise to me now that we didn't hit the elite the year before, because I didn't create any new diamond coaches, because I didn't have that full confidence in the business in that aspect. So I started right about Summit last year, reading the formula that I just shared with you, but also take a note to start doing this. I started writing every single day my vision and what I wanted to attract into our life, the people that we wanted to attract into our life, how they acted, how they showed up to the world, how they showed up to the team. And I also wrote I got clear on our mission statement, as you guys have seen me always talking about Dynasty Strong. And then I got clear about who I wanted to bring in. And I'll just go to a random page and read it. I won't read the whole page because it's only about half the page. We are empowering others to continually develop into their fullest potential. We are ending the trend of obesity, and we are creating the most sustainable and reliable source of income from the home. We lead a 15-star diamond team in 2019. We are an elite team in 2019. We find, develop, and attract 10 rockstar, hardworking diamond coaches who are driven, respectful, disciplined, and love to solve problems while having fun and creating an awesome community. I am grateful for my new coach, Caitlin Harmon. I am also grateful for Steve, who just finished his coach training. Okay, so just to give notes on what I write about every day, our purpose and mission statement. Number 2, who and what we want to attract into our business. And number 3 things that I'm grateful for that have to do with my business. So what that does, it's training my mind to look for the good, but also to believe subconsciously what we're going to attract into our life. So when people are asking me, like, how did you help Yolanda go diamond in 30 days? Guys, I didn't help Yolanda go diamond in 30 days. I attracted her into our life. Like, I did the invites, I did the phone calls, I did the social media posts, I put my goals and visions out, and those things aligned with Yolanda, who was out there looking for a solution. She came in, and it wasn't something that I did, other than saying, I think when we set goals, saying, I believe you can do it. Like, yeah, go for it. That's a goal that I believe you can hit. And giving her that belief. She did all the work. She Googled the answers when she needed them. I don't think she ever asked me any questions that had to do with how to sign somebody up or how to run a challenge group, any of that stuff. So I want you guys to know that started to happen with the mindset, with creating rituals, like I've shown you, reading that thing every day about the self-confidence formula and writing out what I wanted the team to look like and who I wanted to attract into our business. So right now, what I want you guys to do is let's talk a little bit about your goals, because creating a vision board is based around goals. So as you are listening to the call today, or hearing people from the success, like Lindsay recruiting 6 coaches to her team last month, or Yolanda earning $750 her first month, or any of these things, as you hear some of these things, I want you to be like, she did it, why not me? Or, she went from not signing coaches to 6 coaches in 1 month. I'm going to do that. Like, as you hear those things in the team call today, I want you guys to write them out. Start writing those goals during the call. Like, start taking notes of the things that you want to accomplish in 2019. While you start writing that, I'm going to load up my Facebook here, and I'm going to show you guys my goal and vision board for the year. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys an assignment, something that I do personally. And then I just talked to one of my brand new coaches yesterday, and I had her do this as one of her first assignments. So tell me when you guys can see my screen. My internet is going a little slow, so I apologize about that. Okay. It is taking a minute. There it is. Okay, it's like making me put in like a password for the sound. Can you guys see it? It's from the team page today. Okay, so here's my vision board. I want you guys to know exactly what we're going to do. As you see some of the things I've written down, I want you guys to write down some things for yourself. Start writing down some goals that you want to accomplish, because I know half of you guys don't have goals yet. Probably 80% of you don't have clearly written down goals with dates attached to them. So start writing them down right now, and I'll repeat that a few times. So we're going to talk about the goals, and I'm going to teach you guys how to write like a vision statement, or kind of like a letter to yourself, why that's important. And then I'm just going to go show you some technical stuff, like how I created this image, and give you guys some tools to do that. And then we'll send you off to do the work. So here's my goal, my vision board for the year. I've made these every single year. I realized the last 2 years that I made them, I didn't look at them other than when I made them. I didn't even print them out, and I didn't put them where I could see them. I made it, but I didn't do anything with it. So this year, on top of that ritual that I shared with you that I'm doing every morning, writing in my journal and reading the self-confidence formula, I am saying these, like this is printed out. I say it out loud. It's on my board over here. And I just say it out loud every single day. I am taking my wife to Tahiti in 2019. We have increased our income $100,000 in 2019. We lead a Superstar Diamond team in 2019. We are going on a family cruise in 2019. I will attend the temple 2 times in 2019. Then I have some personal goals of my passion and hobby of hunting. And then I am a summit speaker 2019. We lead an elite team 2019. We purchased our 4th vacation rental. We increased my parents' Beachbody business to $100,000 a year. And we attract and develop 10 new diamond coaches in 2019. Okay, so a couple of things. So I want you guys to write some goals out, start writing some goals out. But one of the things, I want you to notice how I say that, how I'm stating. I don't say it would be nice if I could increase our income $100,000 this year, or that would be awesome if that happened, or hopefully we're an elite team in 2019. It says we increase our income $100,000 in 2019. We are an elite team 2019. We attract and develop 10 new diamond coaches in 2019. So it's not hopeful, it's stating what we are accomplishing in the year. Okay, so as you guys are writing goals, here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to write, we'll call it like a vision letter or a vision statement. I like to do a letter, and I'll tell you why. Because I had one of my coaches one time not just write a letter, but actually make a video to herself. And she watched it every single day. And she ended up hitting the goals that she talked about. And so basically what she did is she had her goals all written out, a vision statement of what she wanted to happen. And I'll explain how you can write it, like what type of verbiage, what type of motion to put behind it. But she had a selfie video talking about not only that she had accomplished it, it would be like me saying, Scotty, you did it, man. You sacrificed your time, you worked hard, you transformed people's lives, and you were able to replace your wife's income and earn the $10,000, and she can now walk away from her job. Like, you should be so proud of yourself, dude. And guess what? You earned a free trip, and you're going in a couple months to the Bahamas for the first time. And you get to take your wife on that. I'm getting emotional. It's like something that happened to us 7 years ago. But those were my first goals. And like, it was clearly stated every day as if it had already happened. And this coach that I had do this made a video to themselves that they could watch every day. And she was crying in the video. She could watch it every day. And she ended up ending up at the place that she envisioned for her life. So let's kind of figure out how to get some emotion behind that. And then you guys will have some assignments to do after this, which is making your actual vision board and then writing your vision statement or letter. So what you want to do is you want to write yourself a vision letter. And what you're going to do is it's like, think of it as something super fun and super exciting, because when you have a clear vision, that's what energizes you to go out and do the work. Because some of our stuff is mundane and boring, or can be mundane and boring. So you got to have something that's energizing and pulling you forward. So what you want to do is think about, here's some things to write down. And like, what do you want to tackle this year? What type of goals would you like to achieve? What type of habits do you want to make for yourself? What type of ventures do you want to take? Like, on a piece of paper, write down like the top 1 to 5 goals that you'd like to accomplish this year. I suggest putting 10 on there. Like, put 5 to 10 goals that you want to accomplish this year. And this week, after this call, your assignment is going to be able to, we'll call it like supercharging your goals, right? Because you can just write them down, but let's supercharge them. Like, you guys ever play Mario Kart? Like, you know, when you get on that little fast lane that shoots you ahead of everybody else? That's what getting this dialed down is going to do for you and your business. So it's going to help you turn them into reality. So it might seem a little strange to do at first. It was weird for me because I'd never done anything like this before. Now it's natural and normal for me. So I could just like, you should see me at my house. I after my workout today, like I took a shower and I was like bouncing through the basement, getting ready for a call. Like, I was energizing myself to do a call. And I was like, you lead a 15-star diamond team. Dude, you are a freaking rock star coach. Like, I'm yelling that in my basement. Like, I'm creating that energy in what I want to attract. And so it may seem a little bit weird. Your family might be like, what in the heck is what happened to Tiggy? They're going to be saying something. They're going to think some weird things, but it's going to work. It'll help you supercharge these goals that you're going to have. So I want you guys, when you write that down, take a few minutes and think about how amazing, this is going to be key, how amazing it's going to feel as you accomplish the things on that list. And really write it out so you can feel it. Be proud, how happy, how grateful, how amazed, and how fulfilling all of those goals, each one of those individual goals is going to be. And I want you to write a letter. You can date it December 31st, 2019, congratulating yourself personally and on accomplishing each and every one of those goals that you wrote. And I want you to go into like deep detail about how much it's improved the quality of your life, because the brain study, I know Ashlyn's on here and she's studying psychology right now, but when you do that, when you go into detail about those types of things, studies show that when we put emotion behind our intentions, we're more apt to make them into reality, to create them into reality. So put your letter where you can read it every single day. Put it with your laptop in your workstation where you sit down to work so that you can remind yourself every day. So you can read that letter to yourself every single day as if it's already happened, as if those goals have already come to fruition. So raise your hand if you're up for a challenge like that. You up for doing that? Okay. Even if it seems weird. Okay. Let me go to Canva really quick. So now, how to make a vision board, some of the tools I use Canva as the main thing I use for everything. Like, you guys saw me do a new coach welcome for Lewis today. You saw me do a shout out for Yolanda. They're all right here in my Canva account, and it's free. Can you guys see my Canva right now? Like, you can see this right here. You can see this right here. If you're in our Dynasty Strong virtual gym or the team page, you can see that I already have a template right here. You can see right here, you can see Lewis's post. I'll click on it. Can you guys still see my Canva? Okay, so you can see this right here. I'll just teach you a little bit about Canva right now because I'm going to show you how to make it. It's as simple as like when Lewis texted me today and said, I'm officially a coach, I already even had his picture in my uploads from being a top engagement dude on our Dynasty Strong virtual gym. So literally all I had to do was come type his name right here in place of the last coach that I signed up. And I just had to come drag his picture in here. Like, I'll take Chris right here. Let's say Chris just signed as a coach. It's literally like that, and I change the name. And it's like done. See, it's super quick. It doesn't take a lot of time to use Canva once you get it set up. You can see right here I have one for Success Starter. I have another one right here for team calls. I have one right here for diamond coaches. I have one here for the income progression post that we did. Now we'll go specifically to the, sorry, I need a drink. We'll go specifically to the one that I made for making a vision board. And guys, all I did when I did the one for making a vision board is if you can see this one we have right here for the top of the Team Dynasty page, I literally just took the same one. You can duplicate or make copies in Canva of any of your pictures. I just made a copy of, you can see it's a copy of a copy of a copy of this Teamwork Makes the Dream Work one that I have. So let me come right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to show you guys something cool, is I can actually share this template with you guys so you don't even have to build it. Look at that. So you can edit it, but I got to give you a secret right here or everybody's going to be tripping out in a little bit. So let me copy the link into the chat thread. Make sure you take a moment and grab it before the call ends. So there is the design that we're looking at right now. So if you click on that, it would open it up for you. What I want you to know though, let's say Yolanda clicks on that link right now and she goes right here and she deletes this. It deletes it for everybody on the copy, okay? Like if you guys came in here on my vision board and started typing and changing it, it would change. It would change this template. So everybody has access to it. Now everybody can edit it. So what you want to do is when you open it on your computer, just come in here and do copy. Like once you open it, hit copy, and it's going to create a new one for you. And then you can start editing and using that one. Does that make sense? So once you open this up, if you use this template, just make sure once you open it, you hit copy, and that will create a new one for you. Over here, you can see, you can also do it right here. It's just come over to File, make a copy. I'll show you, and it opens a whole new page. So it jumped to another browser. I know you guys can't really see that, but that's what I would do. Go to File, make a copy, and it will open up a whole new browser. That's where you want to start making your edits. So let me just show you real quick. This is how I made my vision board. I'm trying to get your guys' pictures out of the way so I can see. Okay, so what you want to do, I'm going to just show you guys just a little bit about Canva. It's pretty cool because you guys see all my recognition posts I use Canva. These, for example, these circles right here, you don't have to use them. Let's say you don't like the picture look, just delete it. And then, oh, another thing you can do, you can change the whole background. You can change the color just by clicking on the background. This is our brand color, so that gets saved there. You can create that inside of here. But you can also add any of these backgrounds like this. You can add an actual photo that you take, like a landscape photo of some mountains. You can do whatever you want. I just keep it pretty blank. But if you see, if I just do this, it would change the background pink like that. See how simple that is? So that's one thing to know as you start to make it. We'll just leave it pink for right now. You guys can change it to whatever color you want later. Actually, if I just come up here, it'll show the ones that are already on this page, which are called document ones. We'll change it back to that. But if you go to uploads, all you do is you simply come in here, upload images, just like you'd upload to any other site like that. It saves them all here. So let's say you want to be a diamond coach. I would just come in and you don't want to use these circles. You just drag it on there and you can just put it on like this. You don't need to put things in circles like I did. You can just put them in however you want. So I'll leave that right there for all of you guys that are using this template because then that's already on there for you. So if you're not diamond, put that there. Same thing like with this money, for example. If I wanted to come in here, I could just drag that on there. I don't have to put it in a circle. Does that make sense? So that's how you use Canva. That's how I made my goal and vision board like that. It's just adding stuff on like that. And then simple as this, just add text. It just comes in here like this. Put your like, I am diamond on April 1st. Remember, be specific. 2019. So you write that, let's say, and then you just shrink it to the right size. So you just highlight it. And then you come up here, change the font size to 8, let's say. I'll just try it. And then it could look like this. Right? So that's how you can make your vision board by adding photos using Canva. I love these little circle things for creating images. It's pretty, I'll show you where you find them because there's a ton of different ones. You just go to elements and then you go to, these are called frames. So frames are something that you can put on here and you can add a photo in. So like, see, this is like a little cell phone or something like that. That looks like a cell phone. So that's a different type of frame. And then if I wanted to go to my uploads, I could just upload a picture and put Charlotte into that frame, right? So you can use any frames. I like to use the circle ones, but I just wanted to show you that's what those are. And that's how I create a vision board with Canva. And then all you got to do is hit share. And then you can, I don't do it like, not share, sorry. Download is what you want to click. And then you can do it as a PNG, a PDF, or standard, or a print PDF. I want you guys to know I use a MacBook. So honestly, what I do is I just do Control-Command-4, which is how you take a screenshot. And I just outline it. Watch. I just Control, for those of you that have a MacBook, Control-Command-4. And then I just, oh, it's because I did it a lot of times. Control-Command-4. And then I just outline it. Oh, it's doing something weird because we're screen sharing. But I do that and it just saves it to my desktop. So that's what I do. Just easier for me than downloading the thing. So that's how you create a goal or vision board, or how I have done it. Another thing that I do is sometimes, let me stop the share real quick. That's on Canva. Another thing I use on my MacBook, there's apps you can use, like collage apps you could use. Sometimes I even just use my Pages for recognition. I was actually using this before. On my MacBook, there's an app called Pages. You could do it on a Word document. That's what I used before I had a MacBook. And what you would do is, I'll open one up and show you. Dynasty Strong, I'll open the Dynasty Strong calendar. So like I make our quarterly calendar on it. Let me show you with a screen share real quick. So I just want to show you just some different options. So here is my Pages, which is basically kind of like Word, but for a MacBook. This is where I build our calendar, for example. So you could do the same thing to build a, let's say you wanted to build a vision board on Word or on your MacBook or whatever. You just go grab photos. So let's say you have a before-after picture you want to use. I would just drag it into the document. And then the same concept as with Canva is just go in there, put the pictures, write some text like finish T20 and have great results, or be in the T20 infomercial, whatever your goal is. And you can just add a bunch of pictures and then take a screenshot of that collage that you make. Does that make sense? And that's what I'll be honest, this is what I used, was Pages until like, it was probably like, you guys saw when I started changing the recognition posts, I was using Pages all of that time. And then I found out about Canva and how easy that was and how it just had templates and it was just much easier. So there's a lot of different things that you guys can do in order to make a vision board or collage. And if you like old school, I encourage you doing old school as well. It might be a fun activity for you to do on a weekend, which means you get a bunch of magazines and you cut it out and you put it on a poster board and you write it, and it, you know, it might even be more fulfilling or rewarding to take that energy and effort into creating a vision board that way, or printing out pictures and taping them up and being like you're in 5th grade again, making your poster board for your science project. You can just do it with your vision board. So there's a lot of things you can do in that mind, or in that that concept. So those are just 3 tools. Just doing cutting, pasting on a board, using Canva, using Pages or a Word document, and that will help you as well. So for right now, I have one more thing that I want to challenge you guys to do. Until then, before I share with that, do you guys have any questions for me about vision boards, about setting your goals this year, or any of those things? Okay, Ashlyn said that looks fun. Someone just asked for I was scrolled up in my comments. So if you look at the chat thread, the self-confidence formula is there, as well as that template for the vision board that I use. So that's there. So write this down. Here's the assignment that I want you guys to report back to the team on. How do you report back to the team? You make your vision board public. make it your banner, put it up as a post, whatever you want to do, and then share a link to that inside of our team page saying, hey, I did the assignment. Because remember, guys, you want to strategically put yourself in front of the gatekeeper. Put yourself out there. So do that, put it in the team. We're going to come comment on it, which gives social proof to your following that there's a team and community behind you on that journey on achieving those goals. So that's number one assignment, is make your goal and vision board and put it in the team page. Assignment number 2 is write your vision letter or your vision statement, a letter to yourself dated December 31st, 2019. If you want to make it more powerful, you're going to make yourself a video as if it were December 31st, 2019, celebrating and complimenting yourself on the person you've become and the goals that you've achieved and how you hit those goals, so that you can look at that video every day. So that's assignment number 2. There's a lot of other assignments like go to Super Saturday, register for Summit and all that, but you guys already know that. But this is on this topic of vision boards. Number 3 assignment that you're going to do is, you don't know what it is yet, but I learned about it in Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, during my workout today. And I was like, this is genius. Like, this is perfect. Because you guys are going to have some goals to go after, like hit Success Club 10 every month, or earn the Success Club trip, 2-star diamond, elite, whatever your goals are that you have written down, or save $10,000 or pay off my school debt, any of these things. You're going to have these goals. Now, to get those goals, you got to start taking action and earning money and building your business now in January, and start building that momentum. So I want to issue you guys a challenge that I heard in Think and Grow Rich. And the challenge was specifically called, I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically the 30-day earn as much as you can in your field of passion. Oh, sorry, this wasn't in Napoleon Hill Think and Grow Rich. This was in my book I was reading this morning, in The Conscious Creator. It was called, he talked about a challenge he was issued to earn $30, or earn as much as you can in 30 days. So a 30-day challenge, earn as much as you can in the area of your passion. And basically, background of the story of this guy is, he was an accountant. He was discovering that his passion was in being a chef, in creating plates, and seeing people experience his food. So he was making this transition from being an accountant, which was stable income, to going into his area of passion. And he was challenged, don't leave your job. You have a steady job, but I want you to just take 30 days, all of your spare time, to earn as much money as you can making food for people. And I was like, this is perfect for coaching. And it also brought into my mind some ideas to give to you guys to do that. Because right now, you guys mostly think of, okay, how do I earn money as a coach? And it's usually sell a challenge pack or recruit a coach, earn the $40, $50, $60 commission, depending on the package, right? Or you have a customer come through with their second order and you earn $30. So I want you guys to set a goal to earn as much as you can with health and fitness, with helping people with their health and fitness goals in this month of January, from January 9th to February 9th. I want you to set that goal. Okay, now here's some of the ways I want you guys to think about that we need to work on better as a team. I need to work on better myself. Is there are like literally hundreds of SKUs in the Beachbody store that have a product that you can share with somebody and earn a commission. So I want you guys to get really creative and outside the box thinking of, it doesn't just have to be a challenge pack or a coach sign up. Like, get somebody a 10-pack of Energize samples where they only pay $14 and you make like a $2 commission, right? Or $3, whatever that is. And let's say that person that's like, you know what, I'm just not going to do it. Like, I want to, but I don't have money. And you've been talking to them about Transform 20. Talk to them about $99 Beachbody On Demand and get them Beachbody On Demand and get them working out. And if they're like, that's too much, get them on the quarterly membership of $39.95. Like, you have a ton of opportunities to sell and earn as much as you can in health and fitness and get the foot in the door, as Ashlyn is saying, and get their foot in the door. And I don't think we do that often enough. Get them a box of Beach Bars. Get them one box of Beach Bars. It doesn't matter if it's on auto ship or not. Get them Power Greens. Get them Recover. Get them to try Hydrate. Any of these products you have for you. Get them to do the 2B mindset, even if it's not in a challenge pack. There's so many options. So I'm giving you guys some of those ideas, but those ideas are going to come to your mind and those opportunities as you get clear and intentional about, first, what are your end of the year goals and what do you want to accomplish? And then number 2, getting clear and intentional about earning the most you ever have in January. For Yolanda, I'll let you end it out with that story. Get clear and intentional about how much you want to earn, like the most you've ever earned in a month in January. Write that down. And then if you want to add on top of that, what are you going to do with that money? Are you going to take your family on a staycation? Are you going to buy your flights to Summit? Like, get intentional about what it is you're going to earn and how you're going to use it. And I think, and that will be assignment number 3 for you guys today. So with that being said, I'll let Yolanda speak. I got my foot in the door with a free copy of P90X. Guys, a free copy of P90X that I did 4 complete rounds before I ever bought my first bag of Shakeology. Like, I had my foot in the door. I got my foot in the door, and it was in the door for like an entire year. So think about that person that you get in on a quarterly membership of Beachbody On Demand, or even the free trial, or even just Recover. You don't know what that's going to bring to you the next year, right? Or 2 years from now. Okay, with that being said, Yolanda, I'll unmute you because I see you got a loved one wrapped around you, which I love. Okay, you are unmuted. I'll let you end out with a quick story.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So I just want to share this story because it's a fresh story, and I do believe I will be sharing it in my coaching journey going forward. But when I was first introduced to coaching in January of 2017, after doing one round of 21-day fix, I lost 13 pounds. I got so excited. I just got on social media and I shared my story. Right away, I had some people who were interested. So without having any type of like really training or anything like that, there was a young lady who wanted to talk to me. She was like, I gotta talk to you. You have to share. Tell me what you've done. So I got on the phone with her. It's like my first, call. I had took some notes thinking like, okay, these are the things that are important to me. I want to share this with her. I had a few notes and everything. So I get on the call with her and I'm excited, a little nervous, but I'm sharing with her what I've been doing and everything. And then I tell her to do this with me. It's $160 because you got to get you got to get what you need. Shortly after that, like, we had a bad connection. I really think she hung up on me. Like, I think that's what happened. I tried to call her back. She didn't answer. So I sent her a nice message. I just let her know. I said, listen, we had a bad connection. Whenever you're interested again, we can talk more. And at that moment, I got a little discouraged because I'm like, oh boy, she hung up on me, my very first person. Maybe I don't want to talk to anybody else, or maybe I don't want to share this. But let me wrap this up because I can make a short story long. About 6 months later, she contacted me again. She said, hey, what's this 3-day detox thing you did? I want to know about that. I said, okay. So I told her about the 3-day refresh, and I ended up sending her the link, and she ordered it. That was so exciting to me because at that moment, I knew that the things that I had been hearing were true. Continue, stay consistent, don't give up, don't get discouraged. She was the very first person that I ever talked to about the business, but within 6 months, she was now a customer of mine. So moving forward, and let me make this quick, moving forward, I decided that, well, after I left coaching, I decided that I wanted to be involved in this again. So I said to, reached out to Scotty. We talked about me doing a, a challenge group with him. We did Live 4. And I did make a post on Facebook again. I said, well, I'm getting ready to do this again, y'all. I'm getting ready to do a new program. And, I'm going for my goals. She reached out to me again. What are you about to do? What is this program? Because I'm doing it with you. Now at this time, like I wasn't a coach, but I said, come on, let's do this. I called Scotty. I said, Scotty, I got a young lady who wants to do this with me. He said, okay. He said, I'll send her what she needs. Now at this point, she has done 3-day refresh with me. Now she's in a challenge group with Scotty and I, and I'm feeling amazing because I'm like so excited. I'm so focused because I said, you know what? Stay consistent. Keep showing up. Keep sharing. It's all true. People are watching you and they're just waiting for you. You keep leading and they're interested. All right. Yesterday, this person enrolled as a coach on my team. And that's the story. The very first person that I ever talked to, I know she hung up on me. She's probably going to see this video. She's going to be like, no, we got a bad connection. But she signed up yesterday as a coach on my team. So I just wanted to say to everybody, stay consistent, stay in there, don't give up. They are watching and they want to be involved. You just got to keep on showing up, believing in what you're doing, and it's awesome. I didn't get a success club on that point on that one, though.
Hey, that's all right. It's not always about the points, right? No, I love that story because it shows you, I should say this more often, but I remember in my Getting Started Right calls with my coaches, I probably haven't said this in 2 years, but I probably should start saying it again. I said, you got to stay consistent over time. Like you got to be in this for a couple years. And I was like, because here's what's going to happen if not. If you just do three months of inviting and people aren't signing up and you get discouraged, what's going to happen is when they're ready, you're gone and they're going to come to me. And I was like, I've seen it for 8 years where people just come to me. They're like, I don't know where this person is, and so forth. And I have an email right now. I must confess, every girl I went to high school with seems to have fallen in love with this thing. And I bought a shake from them, but they're nowhere to be seen anymore. I don't remember for the life of me who it is. And they were just inherited as one of my customers today. Like I got free customers in my office because people just give up when it's too easy. And then now I have a customer that's drinking the shake, likes Beachbody, loves the workouts. And so I see it that's an email I got right before this team call. I see it time after time after time. And I see Tiggy here. I'm going to give an example of Tiggy as we're talking about foot in the door for this third challenge of earning as much as you can in the 30 days. When Tiggy got started, she didn't buy a package from me. She didn't buy Shakeology. She didn't buy Performance Line. She didn't buy Beachbody On Demand. Her mom did. Her mom was already my customer. And she came to me, and I didn't make her buy they're in the same home. They don't both need Beachbody On Demand, right? And she can use some of her mom's Shakeology. She had extra. So I don't need to sell that to her if she doesn't have the budget for that at the time. So we just got to get her foot in the door. So we get her into the group. She starts loving it. She got awesome results. She has a before-after picture. And she's like, I want to do the coach thing that you do. And then she signed up with a challenge pack and became a coach, which led to her being able to then, we took her mom, who was my customer, and made her mom one of her customers. She sold her first challenge pack, made that commission, which was like a life-changing, small but life-changing little moment for her of earning that commission, which then led to Carl Deichler sending her $100, which was yesterday, right? That all happened without a sale. Just helping get someone's foot in the door and staying committed to the true purpose and meaning of being a coach, which is helping people achieve a healthier, more fulfilling life. Not making sure that they get on auto ship, not making sure they sign up as a coach and get Success Club every month, but helping people achieve or live a healthier, more fulfilling life. So let's remember that, guys. We are empowering others to continually develop into their fullest potential. We are ending the trend of obesity, and we are and will continue to create the most sustainable and reliable source of income from the house. So you don't have to go out in the negative 5-degree weather of Idaho to go get an extra job and fix fence and paint houses in the cold. So, okay, we love you guys, and thanks for being on the call live with us. I can't wait to see you guys post those vision boards. So let's get them up. Let's take action, because it won't happen without the action. See you guys.